Number 8, She-Hulk. Jennifer Walters isn't just Hulk's cousin, she's the perfect mix of brains, brawn, and charisma. Unlike Bruce, who's constantly wrestling with his rage, Jen actually enjoys being the Hulk. She keeps her intelligence, her personality, and most importantly, her ability to throw a perfectly timed insult mid-battle. Debuting in Savage She-Hulk issue number 1, Jennifer gains her gamma power transformation after receiving a life-saving blood transfusion from Bruce. But instead of turning into an uncontrollable monster, she gets all the strength without the endless brooding. While early She-Hulk leaned more into Hulk smash mode, later versions saw her becoming one of Marvel's strongest and smartest heroes. At her peak, She-Hulk has matched the Thing and gone toe-to-toe with the Hulk herself. But what truly sets her apart is her confidence. Unlike Bruce, who sees the Hulk as a curse, Jen embraces her power and walks into courtrooms in full Hulk mode because, well, why wouldn't you? She's a lawyer, an Avenger, a multiversal traveler, and one of the most powerful gamma mutants ever. She-Hulk is everything great about the Hulk, just with better control, a better sense of humor, and way fewer existential crises. Number 7, Red Hulk. If Bruce Banner's Hulk is a raging storm, then Red Hulk is a controlled detonation. Calculated, brutal, and angry on purpose. Introduced in Hulk issue number 1, this crimson powerhouse is none other than General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, the very man who spent years hunting down the Hulk. But in a twist of irony, Ross becomes the very thing he hated the most, transforming into the Red Hulk, or Rulk for short. Unlike Banner's Hulk, Rulk doesn't get stronger the angrier he gets. Instead, his body absorbs radiation and energy, allowing him to increase his power in different ways. He's gone toe-to-toe with some of the strongest Marvel characters, taking down the Hulk, Thor, and even the Silver Surfer. Yeah, you read that right. He punched out a Herald of Galactus and stole his cosmic board for a joyride. But it's not just brute strength. Red Hulk is also one of the most tactical Hulks. Ross retains his military mind in this form, making him more of a thinking brute than a mindless brawler. He's not just swinging fists, he's planning battle strategies. However, his one big weakness is overheating. The more energy he absorbs, the hotter he gets, and if he pushes too far, his body will literally burn out. It's one thing that stops him from just bulldozing everyone in his path. While he is a powerhouse, he's not unstoppable. He's strong, but his limits keep him from cracking the top tier of Hulks. Still, with his cunning mind and raw power, Red Hulk is one monster you don't want to underestimate. Number 6, Professor Hulk. What happens when you take Bruce Banner's genius, Hulk's raw strength, and none of the uncontrollable rage? You get Professor Hulk, the best of both worlds. First appearing in The Incredible Hulk issue number 377, this version of Hulk is the result of Bruce Banner merging his fractured personalities, the Savage Hulk, the Grey Hulk, and his own mind, into a single, stable form. He's got the intelligence of Banner and the strength of Hulk, but without the mindless rage that usually comes with it. That doesn't mean he's holding back, though. Professor Hulk is still a powerhouse, lifting over 100 tons effortlessly and going up against the likes of Juggernaut and the Abomination. But what really sets him apart is his strategic mind. Unlike most versions of Hulk, Professor Hulk doesn't rely purely on brute force. He thinks his way through fights. He's worked alongside the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and even took down the villain Maestro, a future version of himself who had all the power but none of his restraint. However, there's a catch. Professor Hulk isn't as strong as the Savage Hulk at his angriest. Because his emotions are in check, he doesn't get infinitely stronger the madder he gets. And if he gets too angry, his mind can start to slip, bringing back the more dangerous Hulks lurking inside him. While he's still one of the most stable and strategic Hulks, he's not the strongest version out there. Still, a Hulk with brains and brawn, that's a nightmare for anyone who crosses his path. Number 5, Mindless Hulk. If you thought the regular Hulk was dangerous, imagine a version with zero restraint, zero reason, and zero limits. That's Mindless Hulk, and he's pure unstoppable destruction. This terrifying version of Hulk appeared in The Incredible Hulk issue 299, when Doctor Strange tried to separate Bruce Banner's mind from the Hulk's body. The result? A Hulk with all the rage but none of the humanity. No reasoning, no mercy, just raw animalistic power. And power is an underestimation. Mindless Hulk has gone toe-to-toe with some of the strongest beings in Marvel history. In The Incredible Hulk issue number 300, he fought Scarlet Witch, Thor, Vision, and Eros all at the same time and still didn't go down. The Avengers had no choice but to banish him to another dimension because there is no stopping him. His strength is off the charts, even by Hulk standards. Since he has no mind, there's nothing to hold back his anger or his power. The madder he gets, the stronger he becomes, and there's no banner to calm him down. While he's one of the strongest versions of Hulk, he's also one of the least controlled. Without any intelligence or tactics, he's basically a wrecking ball. Unstoppable, but predictable. Still, if you see this Hulk coming, your best bet isn't to fight, it's to run. Number 4, Green Scar. Green Scar is Hulk at his most disciplined, battle-hardened, and dangerous. If the usual Hulk is an unstoppable force of rage, Green Scar is what happens when that rage gets a gym membership and a war strategy. After being exiled from Earth by the Illuminati and crash landing on Sakaar in Planet Hulk, Hulk was forced into slavery, fighting as a gladiator in the Great Arena. But instead of just smashing his way out, he learned strategy, tactics, and leadership, all while becoming stronger than ever before. Green Scar wasn't just another version of Hulk. He was a king, a warlord, and the champion of an entire planet. He fought his way to the top, defeated the tyrannical Red King, and led a rebellion to free Sakaar from oppression. Along the way, he bonded with warriors like Korg and Heroium, forged unbreakable alliances, and even found love. That's right, the Hulk, the same guy who usually solves problems with a fist the size of a car, actually settled down for a while. In terms of raw strength, Green Scar was already on a different level. He survived battles against beings powerful enough to level cities, took down the Silver Surfer, and was strong enough to hold tectonic plates together to prevent the destruction of an entire planet. Unlike his usual self, he wasn't just reacting, he was planning, calculating, and outmaneuvering his enemies. But despite all his triumphs, Green Scar's story is also one of tragedy. Just when he had finally found peace, the ship that brought him to Sakaar exploded, wiping out his kingdom, his queen, and his unborn child. That loss is what ultimately pushed him over the edge, setting the stage for World War Hulk. Green Scar is Hulk at his most complete, physically at his peak, mentally sharper than ever, and emotionally driven by vengeance. He's not just a rampaging monster, he's a warrior, a king, and a man who learned the hard way that happiness is a short-lived luxury when you're the Hulk. Number 3, Maestro. If the Hulk is a ticking time bomb, then Maestro is what happens when the bomb goes off and keeps going. Hailing from an alternate future where nuclear war wiped out most of humanity, Maestro made his debut in the Incredible Hulk Future Imperfect. But unlike most versions of Hulk, this isn't just Bruce Banner with more muscles and less patience. This is Hulk after a century of absorbing radiation, making him stronger, smarter, and far more ruthless. Where most Hulks struggle between rage and reason, Maestro doesn't struggle at all. He's fully embraced his intellect, his strength, and most importantly, his ego. And without any heroes left to stop him, he does what any self-respecting tyrant would: he takes over the world. Under Maestro's rule, civilization is reduced to a twisted kingdom where he sits as the undisputed ruler. The trophies of fallen heroes littering his throne room like a superhero yard sale. He's got Captain America's shield, Thor's hammer, and even Doctor Strange's cloak, because why settle for smashing things when you can accessorize? But don't let the regal look fool you. Maestro is the most terrifying version of Hulk to ever exist. He's strong enough to effortlessly snap the neck of an older Bruce Banner, and his intelligence makes him even more dangerous. He doesn't just overpower his enemies. He outsmarts them, manipulates them, and ensures that when he wins, it's permanent. However, for all his power, Maestro's greatest enemy is still himself. In multiple timelines, he is undone by his own arrogance, whether it's underestimating a time-traveling Hulk or getting sent back to the moment of the nuclear apocalypse that created him. Maestro isn't just Hulk with more muscles, he's the nightmare scenario. And the worst part, unlike most villains, he doesn't think he's doing the wrong thing. He thinks he's the only one left doing it right. Number 2, Immortal Hulk. Hulk has always been terrifying, but Immortal Hulk? He cranks the horror up to 11. This isn't just another madder, stronger version. It's Hulk at his most unstoppable, most vengeful, and most terrifyingly intelligent. Introduced in the Immortal Hulk issue number 1, this version taps into the Green Door, a supernatural link into a nightmarish underworld ruled by the One Below All. The catch? Hulk can't die. No matter how many times Bruce Banner is killed, he rises again at night, stronger and angrier than before. That's right, Hulk officially becomes the world's most terrifying boogeyman. And unlike previous Hulks, this one doesn't just smash, he plans. He's got Banner's intellect and a brutal sense of justice. He takes on cosmic threats, rips through eldritch horrors, and even overpowers the Avengers like they're a minor inconvenience. At one point, he literally punches through hell itself. Because when Hulk gets mad, not even the afterlife is safe. And just when you think he can't get any more terrifying, he eats a god. He absorbs power from the one below all, reaching strength levels that shake an entire universe. At this point, he's not just a Hulk, he's an apocalypse wrapped in green muscle. In the end, Immortal Hulk isn't just another strong version of the character, he's the ultimate nightmare. At the very top of the list, the strongest version of Hulk ever is none other than Worldbreaker Hulk. This isn't just angry Hulk, this is Hulk at his absolute peak, beyond limits, beyond reason, and strong enough to literally destroy entire planets just by existing. Introduced in World War Hulk issue 5, this version of Hulk is just a result of pure unfiltered rage and heartbreak. After being betrayed by the Illuminati and exiled to the planet Sakaar, Hulk finally found peace. He became a king, had a wife, and was even expecting a child, but then, boom. A ship explodes, wipes out everything he loves, and the Hulk that returns to Earth is no longer holding back. Worldbreaker Hulk doesn't just fight, he devastates. When he arrives on Earth, he annihilates the Avengers, crushes the Fantastic Four, and takes down the mighty Sentry. His strength is beyond comprehension. At his peak, his mere footsteps were shaking the entire eastern seaboard. When he finally let loose, his power was enough to crack the planet beneath him. And if that wasn't enough, he could emit gamma radiation so intense it can melt anything in its path. But the scariest part? He's still Bruce Banner. Unlike other rage-fueled Hulks, Worldbreaker's fully aware, fully in control, and still willing to do whatever it takes to make the world pay. When Hulk calls himself the strongest one there is, he's talking about Worldbreaker. Every other Hulk, they smash. Worldbreaker, he ends worlds. If you enjoyed this video, let us know by hitting the like button. Which Hulk is your favorite, and which one do you think should have ranked higher? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the strongest heroes and monsters in comics.